All right, friends, if you are tuned in to PannerVision here, we are trying again via hotspot. We'll see how this goes. We got kicked off. We started the ball game via phone hotspot because that's our only option, and we got kicked off pretty quick. So we're trying again here. Hopefully we can stay with it. Goldpanners baseball here trying to navigate some tough technical situations now. Goldpanners in a 1-1 game. Iverson pops this one up right side, foul territory with two down, and it's missed. Or Harrison, rather. Iverson just drew a base on balls, and Harrison pops it up, and it was missed in foul territory. Three players converging, and they couldn't catch the baseball right at the on-deck circle on the game day side, first base side, where the Angels are seated, the Goldpanners on the third base side. So there is Gold at the corners here with two down in the second, and Griffin Harrison, the batter, with a 0-1 count. Garcia at third. Runner takes off from first, and it's popped up into right by Harrison. And waiting for it to look out. He lost the baseball, and it lands in fair territory. 2 runs will score. Harrison's on his way to third, and he will get there safely. Wow, just like last night we saw at the other field, Cliff Goldie here, the right fielder, you could see him put his palms out, and he could not find the baseball in the night sky, and it turns into a triple for Griffin Harrison. And the Panners have taken a 3-1 lead. What a break for the Goldpanners, who are now in front. If we can hang here on the broadcast, internet-wise, then I'll get you up to speed on what you've missed so far. Here's Jesse Espinoza with a runner at third base. Huge play with 2 outs there on the high fly ball to shallow right. And 2 Goldpanner runs come in. Espinoza walked and scored in the first inning. Noah Soper, the right-hander for the Game Day Angels. The 2-0 in there for a strike. Good to be back on the air here momentarily. So again, we're running off a phone hotspot, so nowhere near enough bandwidth to do video from this field. And here's a chopper back to the mound. Soper's got it. Underhand toss to first base for the final out, but the Goldpanners pick up 2 runs and take a 3-1 lead through 2. And let's keep it right here so I can get you all up to speed. And there's no music playing, so I don't have to worry about copyright issues. So, starting out the ball game, the Goldpanners are the home team. So the Angels batted first. Biggins walked. Van Hodges, then, the second batter for the Angels, reached on a fielder's choice. Biggins out at second base, 1 down. Hodges then steals second. Vols strikes out. But then James Harbison tripled, bringing in the run. So Hodges scored. It was 1-0 Game Day Angels. Then in the bottom of the first, Harrison struck out. Espinoza followed with a walk. And then Ethan He with a ground rule double put second and third with 1 out. And then Matthew Chavez grounded out to second. That brought in the tying run. Jacob Badawi finished the inning with a 4-3 ground out. And it was 1-1 after 1. Then Shaw Lee goes 1-2-3 in the top of the second against Rodriguez, Goldie, and Goldie. That's Cliff and Peter Goldie. And then as we go to the bottom of the second, Grant Scholzen ground out to first. Holt Williams ground out to short. So 2 down, nobody on. Alex Garcia singles into center field right up the middle. He steals second, Hayden, and then goes to third on a wild pitch. So with 2 down, Garcia's at third. Hayden Iverson walks. And then Griffin Harrison, with 2 outs and runners at the corners, hits a high fly ball into right. And Cliff Goldie could not find the baseball in the lights. And it lands for a triple. So 2 Goldpanner runs score. Harrison winds up at third with 2 outs. And then Jesse Espinoza with the ground out back to the mound. And that's where we sit here. 3-1 Goldpanners at Salt Lake Community College, Kate Field. here on the all turf surface here. Turf infield, outfield, foul territory everywhere. And again, the Goldpanners are the home team and now leading. Why do they have another run on the board? It's 3-1. Scoreboard saying 3-2. They might be working on it right now. They're on the phone in the neighboring booth, but who knows? Unless we missed something miraculously. Here's Tyler Genrich in the 9th spot. Shaw Lee has retired 4 in a row since the RBI triple for Harbison back in the 1st. Shaw Lee, Goldpanners starter out of Kansas Wesleyan. Well, that's where he'll be this year. The 6'1" right-hander from Fallon, Nevada. This one off the fists into shallow right. It will drop for a base hit. Like Badawi thought about diving for that one and pulled up. And it's a leadoff single here in the 3rd for Genrich. And we go to the top of the order for Grant Biggins. That's the 2nd hit of the game for the Game Day Angels out of the Denver, Colorado area. Both teams 0-1 here in pool play at the Marshall Gates World Series. The Mobsters won by 1 right before this game over the Royals. So the Mobsters are 2-0. Royals are 1-1. The Royals beat this Angels team 12-1 yesterday. Goldpanners falling in that tough loss 5-4 last night to the Mobsters. Gave up 5 runs on just 7 base hits. As that game slipped away late, Panners had a 4-2 lead in the 8th inning. And the Mobsters walked him off in the 9th. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Shaw Lee to Grant Biggins. Here in the sealed up press box. And apparently no one's allowed to use the internet here. No one but Salt Lake Community College. A lot of complaints about that here from people who work at this field and have done games here. And a swing and a miss. Lee strikes out Biggins. 1 down with the runner at first base. Goldpanners very thin on pitching, as we discussed at length yesterday. So would love to see a deep outing here from Shaw Lee. Van Hodges, the batter, reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the 1st inning. Panners leading 3-1 as far as I'm concerned. Scoreboard still says 3-2. And now the battery mates discuss things here on the mound. It is dark here. The lights are on. Salt Lake Community College Jordan Campus Field. Nice little ballpark. Brand new press box, but I have my issues with this press box. Nice golden glow over the mountains to the east. There is a mix of smog and wildfire smoke blowing in from huge wildfire in Northern California, so it's all mixed together to make a nice cocktail for all the asthmatics in the area. This one is going to be dropped into right field. No, but Dowie catches up to it, makes the catch. His throw to first is off the mark, not in time to get the runner at first, but a nice out number 2 there for Badawi catching up to that one. And now 2 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. Now the scoreboard is fixed, and it is back to a 3-1 lead for the Goldpanners. Dylan Voles, the batter, struck out swinging in the 1st inning against Shaw Lee. Yesterday, what an effort for Paxton Fenberg in his Goldpanners swan song. His longest outing of the year. And Coach Gonzalez saying perhaps his longest outing as a collegiate. He went over 80 pitches yesterday. And had the Goldpanners in position to win, but it just slipped away late. Dylan Voles with 2 down, runner at first base. Genrich led off the 3rd inning with a single, but he's stuck there after a strikeout and a line out to right. This sealed up press box with no crowd mic is how I how I do lacrosse at Robert Morris University in Pittsburgh, and it's difficult. Yeah, so I'm going to get GM John Lorke. He's going to do some crowd noise here in a second. He's got a couple of pieces of wood to make the crack of the bat. What else you got, John? Unusable tripod. Bunch of camera equipment we can't use today because we don't have the bandwidth going off of the iPhone hotspot. There's a base hit to left. Dylan Voles keeps the inning alive for the Game Day Angels. Now first and second with 2 down for James Harbison, who had that RBI triple back in the first, gave the Angels a 1-0 lead at the time. Harbison, incoming freshman. So just out of high school. Game Day Angels playing the Rocky Mountain Collegiate League along with some former Jayhawk League teams, Liberal and the Hayes Larks. The Larks are 2-0 down at the NBC World Series in Wichita. So are the Seattle Studs. High fly ball into right. Badawi goes back, looks up, and makes the catch. Couple of hits, 2 left on, no runs for the Game Day Angels here in the 3rd. Panners lead it 3-1. We'll go to the bottom half of the 3rd next. Goldpanners baseball here on audio-only PannerVision tonight from Cate Field, home of Salt Lake City Community College. Here right along the I-15. Goldpanners leading 3-1. It's Ethan He, Matthew Chavez, and Jacob Badawi here in the 3rd. Ethan He with a ground rule double to deep left. Bounced over the fence right about the 380 mark. 335 down the left field line. 339 down the right field line, and 400 to straightaway center. This one's towards the gap in right center, and this will drop for a base hit. And he's going to try for 2. Here comes the throw, and they missed the cutoff man. I thought they had a shot at He, but it completely missed the cutoff man, and He is 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles so far in the game. the newest Goldpanner on the roster, Ethan He. And he gives the Goldpanners a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the third inning with a 3-1 lead. Ethan He, a junior at Utah Tech, formerly Dixie. He's from Riverton, Utah. The Goldpanners with a runner in scoring position for Matthew Chavez. Chavez caught yesterday. And he's in the lineup today. Coach Gonzalez saying, I can't keep him out of the lineup. He's our best hitter. So no rest for you, Matthew. Not until this season's over. Chavez can bring in another Goldpanner run. Matthew from Cal Baptist, a junior out of Colton, California. And he takes upstairs. Chavez, a .372 hitter this summer. Panners have lost 4 of their top 5 statistical hitters on the year. Rocha, Bell, Leiterman, Caballero. But Chavez remains. Panners as a team batting .294 coming into this one. And the pitch from Soper out of Northeastern. Oh, he struck him out. Everybody was confused about the count. Chavez strikes out looking. He's 0 for 2 in the game, but has an RBI on his 4-3 ground out in the first. And now Jacob Badawi. 4 hits for the Goldpanners, 3 hits for the Angels so far. And it hits him on the arm. So Badawi takes first base on the HBP, and now Gold at first and second for Grant Scholzen. Grant Scholzen, who will play here on this field this year for Salt Lake Community College. .283 hitter. Thanks again to Jeff Scholzen for assisting us here in the press box to get us help get us on the air. We're trying to manage things in a press box with no access to internet. Security concerns, apparently. And quite the legal team here for Salt Lake Community College. This one is chopped right side, foul. 1 out with Gold at first and second here. A 3-1 lead in the third. Good start for Shaw Lee. He has given up just 1 run on 3 base hits. Ball and a strike to Grant Scholzen with Holt Williams on deck. Swings and fouls it off. And it's a 1-2 from Soper, the right-hander for the Game Day Angels. Panners on the road this year, 500. 3 wins, 3 losses, a couple of ties. Finished with 20 wins at Groudon against 9 losses. The Angels finished in 4th place in the Rocky Mountain Collegiate League. They went 11-10. And they're managed by Mike Coons. Here's the 2-2 to Scholzen. Swings and misses for strike 3. 2 down for the Goldpanners. A leadoff double by Ethan He. He's still there. Chavez struck out, but Dowie was hit by a pitch. And now the strikeout of Scholzen, 2 down. And it's up to Holt Williams to bring in some more Goldpanner runs. Holt Williams, freshman out of Camas, Washington. And he hits this one high into center field, and just a few steps to his left goes Harbison. Reaches up and makes the catch. Goldpanners waste the leadoff double. We'll go to the fourth. It's 3-1 Panners. Goldpanners baseball here on PannerVision audio only due to the internet issues here at this field. Salt Lake Community College, Kate Field, home of the Bruins. And the Goldpanners tonight are the home team, leading 3-1 as we go to inning number 4. Owen Best batting here for the Game Day Angels. Owen Best struck out swinging in the first inning against Shaw Lee. Under the lights here in the night sky in Salt Lake City. This one is hit to center field. That'll drop for a base hit. Leadoff single for Owen Best. And that's the 4th hit of the game for the Game Day Angels. They picked up a run in the first inning. RBI triple for James Harbison. Panners tied it up in the bottom of the first. Scored a couple in the second inning when a ball was lost in the lights. Turning it into a triple, brought in 2 Goldpanner runs. And that's where we sit here, 3-1, starting the 4th. Angels with a runner at first base. The batter is Julian Rodriguez. Catcher for the Angels. Rodriguez grounded out to short his first time up. And this one is hit high into right field. Underneath it is Badawi. Just a couple of steps to his left makes the catch. For out number 1. Cliff Goldie will stand in for the Game Day Angels. So tomorrow we start early. We'll be playing at 12:30 p.m. and that will be back at Gatesfield, right? Tomorrow we're at Gatesfield. So we'll have another crack at trying to bring you a video version of PannerVision tomorrow, which should work, but, I'm done making promises. Some things are just beyond our control. So we say the Serenity Prayer before every game. Right, John?
Yeah, just like our starting available pitching.
Cliff Goldie popped up to short in his first at bat. 1 down, runner at first base. Cliff Goldie, freshman at the University of Mary. Who do you suppose Mary is? That Mary?
She divorced William, and now it's just Mary.
Yeah, it's William's gone. It's just Mary. Hot shot towards third. Diving stop at third. The throw across in time as Espinoza squeezes it. Great play from Ethan He. What a start to this game for Ethan. Diving to the line to make the stop. Gets up and throws to first for the out. Ethan He is 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles and a diving stop. He made some highlight reel plays at second yesterday. What a pickup here late for the Goldpanners. Over to second goes Best on the play, but now 2 down for Peter Goldie. Peter Goldie for the game day Angels with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. The Panners leading by 2. Swing and a miss. Peter Goldie, a senior at Regis University. The second baseman for the Angels. University of Mary is in Bismarck, North Dakota. Who's that Mary in the picture? Can you tell? Someone's fouled off. The Marauders. Well, that can't be that Mary then.
The Merry Marauders.
Merry Marauders. Got a pirate with an eye patch and the whole thing.
Yeah.
I wonder who Mary is then. Can't be that Mary.
It's not that guy.
It's not that guy either, I don't think.
She hired him.
Unless Mary was a pirate. Ooh. Everybody thought it was strike 3, but it's not called that way. So it's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Peter Goldie, the batter, against Shaw Lee in his 4th inning of work. Final start of the summer for Shaw Lee. That one just misses. 3-2. Runner at second base with 2 down. Peter Goldie, the batter. Tyler Genrich is on deck. Goldie flew out to left in his first at bat.
He's hearing it from our dugout now. He's hearing it from our dugout.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Lee to Goldie. Checks the runner at second, comes home, gets a swing and a miss. Shaw Lee strikes out Goldie to strand a runner in scoring position. Lee, 1 run through 4. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 Goldpanners. All right, we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning here. Man, it's good to be back on the air with you. Thought we were going to lose everything today, but so far so good. I'm afraid to say anything like that, but we're back for now, and the Goldpanners leading 3-1 here at Cate Field on the campus of Salt Lake Community College, Jordan campus, in the southwestern corner of the Salt Lake Valley. Well, the valley extends all the way down to Provo, really, and up north to Ogden, It used to all be separate little towns, Salt Lake and Provo and Ogden and Bountiful and all these places, American Fork, but now it's all just one giant sprawl with no separation and endless construction. Much different place than I went to school at when I was a student at the University of Utah across town. Jesse Espinoza, or rather Alex Garcia, is the batter for the Goldpanners here. As we start the bottom of the fourth, Alex Garcia swings and chops this one foul. 4 hits for each team, but the Goldpanners have a 3-1 lead. Caught a break in the second inning. Nice little payback after what happened yesterday when Hayden Iverson lost a ball in the lights. Today it was the right fielder Cliff Goldie for the Angels losing a ball in the lights, resulting in 2 Goldpanner runs. That one's fouled back to the netting by Garcia. Garrow Von Dane live. Another hot one in Salt Lake City today, but staying at a great Spring Hill Suites hotel. Air conditioning and a pool and a hot tub. Life is good. Garcia lifts this one high into left center field. And that'll be the center fielder Harbison making the catch for out number 1 to take care of Garcia, who's now 1 for 2 in the game. Brings up Hayden Iverson, who walked and scored in the second inning. He scored on that play that was lost in the lights on the high fly ball to right. Iverson, redshirt junior from UC Colorado Springs. Batting 161 on the year is Iverson. Walked and scored in that second inning and now tries to give the Goldpanners a base runner in the fourth against Noah Soper. Both starting pitchers working into the fourth inning. Swings and fouls this one off the hands past first base coach Jeffrey Ray. Over at third is Nick Rush. Carlos Gonzalez, first-year field manager, taking over midseason for Brett Latchman. Carlos in his second year with the Panners. You know, Carlos, of course, disappointed with the loss yesterday. That one stung the Panners. A tough way to lose. But it was a great game. Carlos saying, you know, sometimes you just lose, man. Wasn't happy about it, but he wasn't mad. You know, the team gave effort. Tried all they could. You go to your closer, who just had to happen to have an off night. And that happens. That one's fouled way out of play by Iverson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out, base is empty. On deck is Griffin Harrison. And the 2-2 swung on right back to the mound. But it takes the glove of Soper off and trying to make the play at second. Oh, and they say he's out. Goldie able to make the throw to first. A crazy play. Soper off the mound, reached for that baseball in one hop, and the baseball took his glove right off his hand. But Peter Goldie backing up and went right to him. Throws on to first and gets Iverson on a bang-bang play. So it goes 1-4-3 for the putout. 2 down here. We go to the top of the order for Harrison, who had that 2-run triple in the second. 3-1. Goldpanners in front. Would love to get some more, especially after the way last night materialized. Swing and a miss for Harrison on a breaking ball. Griff started last night's game with a couple of strikeouts and then smashed 3 consecutive baseballs in his last 3 at-bats. A line out to deep center field and then a double and a single. So far tonight, that's strikeout looking and the triple on a high fly ball to right. Harrison, 4 for his last 8. And another high fly ball to right. Let's see what happens to Goldie this time. And he's going to chase it towards foul territory. No one can make the play. 3 Angels over there. And no one can catch the baseball. So it bounces into foul territory and new life for Griffin Harrison. Panners have had a couple of breaks like that on foul balls, high pop flies. Oh, Harrison stands back in with a no ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs, bases empty here in the bottom of the 4th. Espinosa's on deck. And he hits this one towards second. Backhanded stop by Goldie. Turns, throws, gets Harrison. And a 1-2-3-4 for Noah Soper. We're headed to the 5th. Still 3-1 Goldpanners. Head to the 5th inning here from Kate Field. Goldpanners baseball on PannerVision audio only due to the lack of internet here. And the first pitch is grounded through the hole on the right side for a base hit off the bat of Tyler Genrich. Genrich gives the Angels a leadoff base runner here in the 5th inning, something they have done 4 times in the game. Gotten the leadoff man on safely, but still just 1 run. That was back in the 1st. Shaw Lee has had to work a lot with runners on, but he has done a marvelous job of keeping those runners from scoring for the most part. Here's Grant Biggins at the top of the order, 0 for 1 with a walk. That one's fouled off third base side. Panners leading 3-1. A couple of teams that are 0-1 in pool play. The Mobsters are now 2-0. After winning here on this field right before our game. That's why we had to start a little bit late. That game went overtime. Not by much, 15 minutes. Pitch is in the dirt. 1-1 to Grant Biggins. So the Royals are now 1-1. And one of these teams will be 1-1. The other will be 0-2. Shows bunt, pulls back and takes a pitch outside. Does Biggins, it's 2-1. Keep an eye on the runner at first base. That's Genrich. Check the swing. It's a strike. 2-2 from Shaw Lee. Lee, so far in the game, has struck out 4 through 4+. He walked the first batter of the game on 4 pitches, hasn't walked anyone since. Off the hands, a foul ball, stays 2-2. It's been hot here in Salt Lake, and that's really just the way it is in the summertime here now. Gorgeous in the winter because they get a lot of snow, but it doesn't get real cold. That one's a foul back to the netting. Much different city, as I've said. Drove past the home of the Real Salt Lake MLS team today. Old friend of mine, John Kimball, the general manager for that club. Is that what they're called? Soccer team? Are they a club? I don't know what the official terminology is. Not a big soccer guy. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Shaw Lee. The Grant Biggins. Ooh, poof. Scoreboard has gone dark. A high pop fly, foul territory. Is there room for Espinoza? Looks like there is, and he makes the catch. Big out number 1 to take care of Biggins. And just like that, the scoreboard is back on. And everything's where it's supposed to be. Some technical joy here tonight. Van Hodges, 0 for 2, scored a run back in the first, reached on a fielder's choice. No bats with a runner at first base, with 1 down in the top of the 5th inning. You get the feeling the Panners are going to have to win some low-scoring games here in this tournament. They've just lost a lot of offense. Had trouble hitting at times yesterday. Finished the game with 9 hits. But went a long stretch with very little in that game. Went down in order 3 consecutive innings, the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. On the batter, Hodges. And from the 2nd inning through the 7th inning, had 1 base hit. It was an infield single. And that's just something they're going to have to battle through to have success in this tournament. And they're going to have to get excellent pitching from pretty much all the arms that are left, which aren't many. Shaw Lee would love a double play here to help extend his outing. Ground ball to third. They'll throw to second for 1. On to first. Double play. 5, 4, 3. Hey, just what the doctor ordered. We played half a ball game. It's 3-1 Goldpanners. Jesse Espinoza leads off for the Goldpanners as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1 Panners. It's been that way since the end of the 2nd. See if Espinoza can change that. Jesse, followed by Ethan He, and then Matthew Chavez, 2, 3, and 4 spots in the Panner batting order. Espinoza 0 for 1 with a walk. And a run scored and slices this one into left for a base hit. Espinoza going the other way for a leadoff single, and that is just the second time in the ball game the Goldpanners have had the leadoff man aboard. Had a leadoff double in the 3rd, but could not score. And now Ethan He, who has back-to-back doubles for the Goldpanners. That's with a runner at first base. He went 1 for 3 yesterday, so he's now 3 for his last 3 because he singled in the 9th inning of last night's ball game. Takes outside for ball 1. Junior from Utah Tech out of Riverton, Utah, 5'10". Says he's 165. Doesn't he look bulkier than that, John?
That could be his preseason weight. Because, yeah.
He's a strong-looking kid.
Yeah, he's thick. Definitely fills out a batting helmet.
Runner at first base with nobody out. This is a new pitcher, incidentally. Forgot to mention that. Griffin Bruder, the junior from Regis, a left-hander. Griffin Bruder, number 3. Panners now facing a southpaw, Bruder, which means brother. Auf Deutsch. And let's see what Ethan He can do here with the runner at first. He fouls this one off. 2 balls and 2 strikes after he will be Matthew Chavez. Goldpanners trying to even up their record here at the Marshall Gates World Series. Bunch of Panner families in attendance. And the left-hander's 2-2 delivery is outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he now with a full count, runner at first, nobody out. Went to a big store today, and they had a Ferris wheel inside. Still trying to figure out how they got it in there. If they built it in there, if they dropped it through the glass roof before they finished it. Was not expecting to walk into a store and see a Ferris wheel and a big line of kids to get on it. Another 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. He frozen on that breaking ball. 1 down with Espinoza at first and Matthew Chavez 0 for 2 so far in the game, so he's due, right? Chavez 1 for 4 yesterday with his first home run of the year, a solo shot, a seed over the center field fence. But now 0 for his last 5, so he's really due. Chavez, Goldpanner catcher, but the designated hitter tonight out of Cal Baptist. Throw to first base. Ball and no strikes. Espinoza led off this bottom of the 5th with a single. He strikes out on a payoff pitch from the new southpaw Griffin Bruder. Strike on the outside half. Chavez 1-1. After Matthew will be Jacob Badawi. So tomorrow a 12:30 p.m. game scheduled. We'll keep you posted on Twitter at Voice of G-Man in case the first game goes lengthy. Had a lot of people texting me today when we were having the technical difficulties. I always put something on my Twitter, so much easier to follow me on the Twitter. That way you'll know what's going on at all times. This one is through the hole on the right side by Chavez. First and second now with 1 out. A little dribbler that had just enough on it to elude the diving second baseman Pete Goldie. And so Gold at first and second now for Badawi, who's 0 for 1 and was hit by a pitch. Badawi, 12 for his last 25, just under 500 over that span. We're now a conference between the battery mates. As time is called. And Badawi, junior from Cal Riverside. See, he looks like a similar stature to Ethan He, but he's listed as a $190. He at 165.
He's not telling the truth.
Goldpanners atop their dugout on the third base side. Waiting to see what Jacob Badawi was. Fouls that one back and out of play. Comfortable night now. It's much nicer at night. The sun goes down. Hot days in the Salt Lake Valley. Badawi. Hits this one high and to right. Coming in, looking up and making the catch is Goldie for the second out. 2 down for the Goldpanners. It's been really tough to stack hits. And lately, last night, they did so in the 8th inning. Panners picked up 4 base hits in the 8th and scored 2 runs. 2 hits in this inning. Both singles, no runs yet. It's up to Grant Scholzen, who's 0 for 2. Scholzen takes down low for ball 1. Scholzen batting .283 this year. Takes inside, it's should be 2-0. There it is. Should Scholzen reach, it would be Holt Williams. Tyson Reese not in the lineup tonight. We haven't seen Taylor Ayala yet either. Ayala, an infielder, sophomore from Salt Lake Community College out of Bountiful. Here's the 3-0. Call it a strike. Just caught the inside corner. Scholzen the batter with runners at first and second and 2 down. Panners leading 3-1, and we're in the bottom of the 5th. Will Shaw Lee come out for the 6th? You'd think so. That's ball 4. And the throw back to the mound, pitcher wasn't paying attention, but the shortstop there to back it up. So Scholzen draws the base on balls. And now the bases are full of gold. Can they take advantage of this situation? Holt Williams, 0 for 2 in the game. Williams, a .276 hitter. Has grounded out to short and flown out to center field. This is his first at bat against Griffin Bruder, the left-hander. Right-handed hitting. Holt Williams, Goldpanner catcher, with the bases stacked. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Line foul. 0-2. Should Williams reach, it would be Garcia. Base hit here would be massive. This 2-run game in the 5th. Late swing, fouls it off the hands. Stays alive, 0-2. At third base is Espinoza. At second is Chavez. Scholzen at first. 2 down, Holt Williams in the hole, 0-2. Way outside, it's off the glove of the catcher. Runner started to break and then wisely went back to third at Espinoza. He's got Nick Rush in his ear over there in the third base box. It just wasn't far enough for the runner to score. But now a ball and 2 strikes to Williams. The base is full. Got to be careful when you waste pitches. Wild pitch, bring in a run. Strikes him out though. Williams swings and misses. Down go the Goldpanners here in the 5th. They leave him loaded but lead it 3-1. Head to the 6th inning here at Salt Lake Community College. Kate Field, Goldpanners, and Game Day Angels here at the Marshall Gates World Series. One of the 2 fields the game's being played at. The other being Gates Field over at Kearns High School. And Shaw Lee is out for the 6th inning and works against Dylan Voles, the 3-hitter, followed by James Harbison and Owen Best. Voles 1 for 2 with a single. Panners leading 3-1. Missed opportunities to extend their lead. Chopped to the right side. It is a fair ball played by Espinoza, who steps on the bag. 3 unassisted. 1 down here in the 6th brings up James Harbison with the bases empty. Some defensive changes for the Goldpanners. Moving from 3rd base to 2nd base is Ethan He. And then coming in to play 3rd is the brand new Goldpanner I just mentioned last inning, Taylor Ayala. Taylor Ayala, Salt Lake Community College player out of Bountiful, Utah, now takes over at the hot corner, 5'8" sophomore. That's your defensive changes. So Grant Scholzen is out of the game. Shaw Lee into the 6th. James Harbison 1 for 2 with an RBI triple to bring in the only run for the Angels today. That was in the 1st inning. Lee has allowed just that 1 run through 5 1/3. The right-hander sets and delivers to Harbison. Gets a swing and a ground ball to 3rd. Ayala swallows it up, throws to 1st. 2 up and 2 down. Shaw Lee has retired 4 straight and 7 of the last 8. Here's Owen Best with 2 down. Can he have a nice efficient 6th here and maybe work into the 7th? Carlos Gonzalez would love that. Eat up some more innings and keep putting zeros up. Lee's first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Owen Best, who's 1 for 2 in the game. Best from St. John's University, Minnesota. High drive to right. This one is hit far and deep, and this one is gone. A home run into the bullpen beyond the right field fence. Owen Best with a solo shot with 2 down here in the 6th, and it's now a 3-2 game as the Angels crawl to within 1. Hard to tell off the bat. Read the body language of Jacob Badawi in right, who turned around and said, uh-oh. And the bullpen started jumping up and down. And a solo home run for number 5 hitting Owen Best. It's now a 3-2 game as Julian Rodriguez steps in. 1-run game now here in the 6th. Each team with 6 base hits. Shaw Lee with a 1-strike pitch to Rodriguez. It's down low, 1-1. Grounded out to short, flew out to right so far. Rodriguez. Catcher, first baseman for the Game Day Angels out of Colorado. Here's the 1-1. Puts it in for a strike, 1-2. 3-2 game now. Goldpanners need to start taking advantage of opportunities. 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. This one is slapped to right, but Dowie just a couple of steps to his left will make the catch for out number 3. The Angels pick up a run on the solo home run by Owen Best. It's now a 3-2 game through 5.5. Alex Garcia leads off for the Goldpanners as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning here from Cate Field, Salt Lake Community College. That one is smoked towards third and past the third baseman Voles into left field. Garcia will hold up at first with a leadoff single. Alex Garcia 2 for 3 in the game. Alex 5 for his last 8. Getting hot here as we get to Salt Lake City. That'll bring up Hayden Iverson. Goldpanners back-to-back innings with a leadoff runner on 3 times in the game. The previous 2 were not able to score. Let's see what they could do here in the 6th. Now a 3-2 game. Second inning of work for Griffin Bruder. Bruder gave up a couple of hits and a walk in the 5th inning, but did not surrender a run. And the Panners get to him here in the 6th. Iverson 0 for 1 with a walk. He has scored a run. Lifts this one into right center field. It's hanging up, though, in time for the center fielder Harbison to get over and make the catch. Go to the top of the order for Griffin Harrison. 1 for 3 with that pop fly triple in the second inning. Boy, without that, Panners would be staring at a deficit right now. Goldpanners do have 7 hits tonight. 2 of them belong to Ethan He, 2 for Alex Garcia. Runner takes off on the first pitch. Garcia dives in safely. Second stolen bag for Alex. He gets into scoring position with 1 out. Here in the 6th, will he try to take third? Harrison. 1 ball, no strikes. Takes outside 2-0. After Harrison is Espinoza. Harrison 4 for his last 9. Takes down low 3-0. He has walked 1 so far. Has Bruder. Left-hander throws one right down the pipe. 3-1. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Goldpanners. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Angels. The left-hander with a 3-1 offering. Alex takes off for third, and it's grounded through the hole on the left side. Garcia is waved around by Rush, and Alex Garcia scores, and it's a 4-2 game. Griffin Harrison gets it done on the hit and run with a runner at second. Alex Garcia, man, that speed can kill, and Garcia comes in to score the 4th Goldpanner run of the game. Harrison with his 3rd run batted in. Brings up Espinoza, who's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Huge run for the Goldpanners to get that one back. Push the lead back to 2. Espinoza and then Ethan He. Bottom of the 6th inning here in Salt Lake City at Cate Field. Swings and fouls this one off right side. It's 0-2. Tomorrow, 12:30 p.m., back at Gates Field against the Royals. Royals and Panners both lost to the Mobsters by 1. High scoring game earlier today. What was that, 10-9, the final? High scoring game, and the Goldpanners lost a heartbreaker last night. 5-4. Walk-off fashion. 7-6 was the final earlier tonight. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Espinoza. Runner at first, 1 out, 1 run is in. Harrison so far staying put at first base. He likes to run, but it's a little harder with the left-hander. Now he takes off. Pitches outside, throw to second, not in time. Harrison head first slides safely. Three and 2 now on Espinoza. He was in the hole 0-2. Jesse, 11 for his last 25, and he takes first base. After falling into the hole 0-2, earns the base on balls. 2 aboard for the Goldpanners, and now a visit to the mound. Well, let's see what the Angels elect to do here. This is a big inning right now. An important inning as the Panners try and make it a big inning. They have scored 1 and have runners at first and second with 1 out. The batter will be Ethan He. He's 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles, struck out looking his last time up. And that was against this pitcher, Griffin Bruder. And he will continue to pitch, Will Bruder. Everybody's, has concerns about going to the pen too soon. Well, we didn't see that from the Mobsters yesterday, switching every 2 innings. But they're deep. But the teams that are not local to the Salt Lake area have to be concerned about those things. First pitch is hit high and deep into left center field, and the outfielders converge, and the left fielder will make the catch. Biggins. Ball just stayed up too long, and he is out number 2. Brings up Matthew Chavez, 1 for 3 in the game with an RBI. Gold at first and second, now 2 down. They are on the altitude here. And pitches off the glove of the catcher, and the Goldpanners are going to be thrown out at second base. They tried to advance on the pitch off of the catcher's mitt, and Espinosa's thrown out to second. The inning comes to a close, but the Panners pick up 1 and lead it 4-2 after 6. We head to the final third of tonight's ball game here at the Marshall Gates World Series. Goldpanners leading 4-2, and Matt Novus takes the hill. So that's all for Shaw Lee. Enter Matt Novus, the recent graduate of Texas Arlington. And the first pitch is fouled back off the bat of Cliff Goldie. 7, 8, 9 spots due up for the Angels. Goldie, Cliff Goldie, Peter Goldie, and then Tyler Genrich. They are a combined 2 for 6. Both of those hits belong to Genrich in the 9 spot. Novus enters the game. Got loose a few times in last night's ball game, was not called upon. So we'll throw tonight a new Fairbanks resident, Matt Novus, deciding to make his home in the Golden Heart after spending the summer with the Panners. And now takes the hill here in Salt Lake City. 2 balls and a strike, and now the battery mates are going to talk things over. Confusion on that last pitch. So he and Holt Williams will talk things over before Cliff Goldie steps back in. So Shaw Lee, 6 innings in his final appearance for the Goldpanners. 2 runs on 6 base hits, struck out 4, walked 1. He walked the first batter of the game on 4 pitches, didn't walk another. And gives the Panners a strong 6 innings and leaves with a 4-2 lead. 2-2 on Cliff Goldie, who's 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a ground ball to third. 4 runs, 8 hits for the Panners, 2 runs, 6 hits for the Angels. And the right-hander Novus. Breaking balls lifted high into center field. Late break for it for Iverson. Gets to it and makes the catch. Take care of Goldie for out number 1. Matt Novus this year for the Goldpanners. He's had a pretty good summer. This is his 5th appearance. He's thrown 10 innings and allowed just 1 earned run on 8 base hits. He struck out 12 and walked 5. Swing and a miss. Novus facing Peter Goldie, who's 0 for 2, lifted 1 to left, and struck out swinging in the 4th inning, now facing a new pitcher in Matt Novus. Swung on, hit towards short. Harrison on 1 hop, can't make the play, and the runner is safe at first. Runner safe with 1 out. And Tyler Genrich will be the batter. Looked like Harrison was thinking about trying to make that catch on the fly and then kind of got crossed in between. And then lunged for it, bounced off the glove, and he had to chase it down. And by then it was too late to make a throw to first. Genrich, 2 for 2 with a couple of singles in the game. And they have ruled that a base hit for Goldie, and that one's lined foul out of play. We're in the top of the 7th inning here. Glad we're on the air. It was a lot of effort from GM John Lorkey here trying to get everything going. We got some help from Jeff Scholzen, Grant's dad, and also our main man, Mr. Bam Bam Burnley, back in Fairbanks. And able to run this off of a hot spot on the GM's phone. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout of Genrich. 2 down here in the 7th. Starting to get late into this game, and the Panners have a 2-run lead. It was 3-1 Panners after 2, and the teams each picking up a run in the 6th. Go to the top of the order for Grant Biggins. He's 0 for 2 with a walk so far in the game. The right-handed hitter against the righty Novus. We'll try again to go PannerVision 100% tomorrow, 12:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be a roaster under the sun over at Gates Field. Marshall Gates was a young man in his early 20s when he tragically passed away, and they have kept his name and legacy alive through this whole baseball organization, this tournament. That's why you spell the Utah Marshals with 2 L's. Because they're not marshals like in the law sense, even though that's what they use for a logo. But that ball skips off of the catcher Williams. The runner takes off for second, gets there, thought about third, holds up. What a wild pitch. Moves the runner into scoring position. That could be big here, but there are 2 down, and it's a 2-2 count against Grant Biggins. Fourth batter faced for the right-hander Matt Novus. The 2-2. Fouled back. Garrow Von Dane here in Salt Lake City. It's a good program here that Salt Lake Community College has. Another 2-2. Gets him with the curveball. Matt Novas puts up a 0 in the 7th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Panners by 2. Head to the bottom of the 7th inning here from Salt Lake Community College, Marshall Gates World Series. Second time the Panners have played here. Played a couple seasons ago. Met their doom here after rainouts, water problems at the other field, and moved over here and then were eliminated. So hoping for better results here today. No chance of being eliminated today, but hoping to get their first win and go even up their record at 1-1, leading 4-2 here, bottom of the 7th, as Matthew Chavez leads off against the new pitcher, number 33, Hunter Beindorf. Hunter Beindorf, the right-hander for the Game Day Angels. Misses outside. It's 2-1 to Chavez. Let's see where Mr. Beindorf is from, shall we? We don't have any paper rosters, so got to go to the phone for everything. Tufts University in Massachusetts. The Tufts Jumbos.
I guess that's another way to say Giants.
The Jumbos have a big elephant for their symbol. At least they used to. Haven't seen them. Oh, and that one is a rocket right off of Beindorf's leg. It bounces towards third. No chance to get Chavez. The ball was smoked by Matthew. And no training staff going to come out. He says he's fine. So Beindorf takes one off of his bein. If that's any indication of what that means. Beindorf, since we're on the German thing right now, Beindorf. Bein means leg, and Dorf means village or town. So he's from Legtown, Johnny. How would you like to be from Legtown?
Legtown, Utah.
I don't think they have a Legtown, Utah. This town and state, obviously home of the Church of Latter-day Saints. That ball is hit fair just inside the third base bag. A diving stop, but not in time to get Badawi. Good stop at third by Voles, but no shot at getting Badawi. Flew up the line. And now first and second for the Goldpanners. Back-to-back infield hits. And now the first Goldpanner at bat for Taylor Ayala, who took over at third base in the sixth inning. So Ayala stands in for the very first time. The pitch from Beindorf is on the inside corner for a strike. Ayala, sophomore from Salt Lake Community College out of Bountiful, which is north of Salt Lake, between Salt Lake and Ogden, Utah. First baseman playing shallow right now. That one is fouled out of play. And now he will go back to regular depth, will Owen Best. Ball and a strike here on Ayala. Gold at first and second, nobody out. Another opportunity staring the Goldpanners in the face. Here in the seventh. Leading 4-2, but man, would like to get some more breathing room here. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Or rather, that's a strikeout on a 1-2 pitch. So Ayala is K'd. Now first and second with one down. Brings up Holt Williams. Panners in the game, 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Strike called on Williams. Hunter Beindorf, the pitcher out of Tufts, trying to keep this a 2-run game. The Panners have had at least 2 base runners in every inning with the exception of the fourth. They have scored runs in 3 of those innings. Williams and then Garcia. Williams, shot towards second. Good stop there. The throw to second and the force out gets rid of Badawi. A very close play at second and a nice one from Peter Goldie. So now first and third for Alex Garcia. Garcia with a 2-hit night. He's 2 for 3. Scored a couple of runs. Stolen 2 bags. Garcia. Can he give the Goldpanners some breathing room? Takes a strike, 0-1. Alex has been hot. 5 for his last 8. Kansas Wesleyan. Garcia, 0-1 against Beindorf. Goal to the corners. Swings and hits this one. Diving stop at third by Vols, but no chance to get the fast Garcia. And the run scores as Chavez comes home. 3 infield hits in the inning. Another great diving stop, but you're not going to throw out Garcia. And he gets the RBI, his first of the game, and his 3rd hit of the game. Told you that speed is just dangerous. There you see it on the base paths. Getting to first in time on an infield hit. 5-2 Goldpanners, and Hayden Iverson stands in 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And Iverson get a big base hit. Takes ball 1. Hayden went 1 for 3 last night. Five-2 Goldpanners. Big run there here in the bottom of the 7th. At second base is Williams. At first, it's Garcia. Garcia not going to steal now. That we know. Well, unless they both go.
With a catcher at second?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that.
Hope they don't.
Iverson with a 2-ball, 1-strike count against Beindorf. Popped up foul territory. This will get out of play. Count will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nighttime here in Salt Lake City. Mentioned this is the home of the Latter-day Saints. It's about 50% now in the state, I believe, and in Salt Lake. LDS to non-LDS. Iverson, 2-2. Takes outside 3 balls and 2 strikes. If you head south to Provo, though, it's more like, I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to guess about 95% LDS at the home of Brigham Young University. First and second with 2 down, the 3-2 pitch to Iverson. Crushes one foul. Out in front, hooked it. Let's see if he can straighten one out here as he'll get another look at a 3-2 pitch from Beindorf. On deck is Griffin Harrison. Love to see him get a chance with runners on. He's 2 for 4 in the game. Another payoff to Iverson. Beindorf sets with 2 on. Iverson into center field, coming in quickly and making the catch as the center fielder Harbison. That's it for the Goldpanners here in the 7th, but they pick up a run and lead it 5-2 headed to the 8th. Van Hodges leads off with a base hit for the Angels as we go to the 8th inning. 5-2 Goldpanner lead as we get late in this one. Second inning of work for reliever Matt Novus for the Goldpanners. Hodges at first base. And the pitch to Voles. Voles singles to left. So back-to-back hits for the game day Angels. And now they have something cooking here in the 8th inning. Swing and a miss from James Harbison, who's 1 for 3 in the game with an RBI triple back in the first. That gave the Angels a 1-0 lead. Panners answered with one in the bottom half of the inning. Foul back to the netting. 1-2 now from Novus to Harbison. Hodges at first. Or Hodges at second. Voles at first base. Voles having a 2-for-4 night. The Angels try to climb back into this one, trailing by 3 here in the 8th. Novus gets a swing and a miss. Strikes out Harbison. Third strikeout for Matt Novus, gets another breaking ball. Oh boy, Panners with a 5-2 lead, but man, missed opportunities still. Left a lot of runners on base tonight, but 3-run lead for now. See if Novus can keep it that way. First 2 runners reached safely. Now 8 hits for the Angels. Owen Best, the batter, homered to right back in the 6th inning. Solo shot. At the time, that pulled the Angels to within 1. The Panners since then scored 2, now lead it by 3. Owen Best 2 for 3 in the game, also singled. Novus with the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Came in on the hands of the left-handed hitting Best. Julian Rodriguez is on deck. Check swing, did he go? Umpire looked to third base for the appeal. There's no umpire over there. Yeah, the base umpire's over at first.
Field and third base coach. Of course he didn't go.
2-2. Fastball fouled out of play. That was entertaining. Not as entertaining as the 3-0 punch-out we saw in Fairbanks in the final game. Never seen that one before. Another 2-2. This one's popped up high in the infield. Calling for it is the third baseman, Ayala, and he can't make the catch. Infield fly rule, though, and the batter is out. So a break for the Goldpanners. Ayala calling for it all the way. Looked like at least indicated that he could see the baseball. But then it drops next to the glove. But a break for the Panners with the infield fly rule. And that brings up Rodriguez now with 2 down. Still 2 aboard. That one misses up and away for ball 1. Goldpanners with a 5-2 lead here in the 8th as the Angels are running out of outs. Strike is called. Novus has done good work for the Goldpanners this summer. 1-1 now on Rodriguez. Swung on and fouled back and out of play. Now 1-2. A couple of singles to lead off this 8th inning, but a strikeout. And the infield fly rule coming into effect on a ball that was dropped over at third base. High pop fly into the lights. This is now the third night game the Goldpanners have played all year, meaning in the darkness and under the lights.
Well, a place here too, so you gotta know the lights.
Rodriguez 0 for 3 in the game. Trying to bring another run home for the Angels. Here's the 1-2 from Novus. Runners take off. It's swung on and off the glove of Williams. On strike 3, the throw home, not going to get him. And now runners at the corner. So the strikeout off of the glove of the catcher Williams scores a run and the inning continues. Oh boy. Bad break for the Panners. It's now a 5-3 game. My goodness. Everything works to perfection there for the Angels. Now Novus starts work to Cliff Goldie. Now a 5-3 game as the margin slims. Base hit here could tie the game with 2 down. Swing and a miss. Novus had the strikeout of Rodriguez, but the pass ball allows him to get to first and a run to score. Goldie's 0 for 3. First time now against Novus. Strike 2. Cliff Goldie with a big chance right now. Here in the top of the 8th. The 1-2 from Novus. Gets him swinging, and that time no pass ball. That's it for the Angels here in the 8th. Good work for Novus. But the Angels pick up 1. It's now a 5-3 game going to the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th inning here from Kate Field, Salt Lake City Community College. Marshall Gates World Series Game 2 for both teams. Both teams 0-1. The Panners leading 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And leading off is Griffin Harrison. Takes a swing and a miss against the new pitcher, Cal Burkholder. Cal Burkholder, a right-handed freshman from Oberlin College. Liberal arts, nonprofit institution, private school in Oberlin, Ohio. Swung on and fouled back to the netting. So Burkholder trying to keep the Angels within 2, give them a chance in the 9th inning. Panners have had all sorts of base runners tonight and lead it 5-3. Ground ball to second. Harrison out number 1. Brings up Espinoza and then Ethan He. Jesse Espinoza, 1 for 2 with a couple of walks in the game, scored a run way back in the first. Espinoza shot towards short on one hop. It's thrown to first, but it's in the turf, and Espinoza's safe. Turns the corner and then wisely heads back to first base. Well, safe at first is Espinoza on the error. Throw just came up short. Goldpanners with a potential insurance run on base. Here in the bottom of the 8th for Ethan He. Doubled in his first 2 at-bats. Now 2 for 4 in the game. Hit one towards the gap his last time up, but it was tracked down by the left fielder Biggins. Goldpanners with 11 hits tonight and 5 runs. 3 runs on 8 hits for the game day Angels. And Ethan He stands in from Utah Tech. Triple digits all this week down in St. George, where Utah Tech is. That one's thrown to the backstop, and Espinoza easily to second on the wild pitch. So Jesse into scoring position. But again, the Panners just 2 for 14 in those situations today. Well, let's see if he can change that. Ethan He, spelled H-E. Down and away for a ball. It's 2-1. Against the new pitcher, Cal Burkholder, number 32, the 4th pitcher in the game. Hunter Beindorf goes just 1 for the Angels. Hit up the middle. The shortstop gets to a tough play, spins 360, and throws a line to first base. Wow, he made that look easy. After the error on Espinoza's ground ball, a 360 spin from behind second base, throws it on a line a la O'Neal Cruz. Take care of He. On a 6-3 putout brings up Matthew Chavez as Espinoza goes to third. 2 for 4 in the game is Chavez. Back-to-back singles. Scored in the 7th inning after leading off the inning with an infield hit. Base hit here would bring in the 6th Goldpanner run of the game. A lot of foul territory at this field, unlike Gates Field, where we played last night and where we'll play tomorrow at 12:30, remember. Swing and a miss. Not quite breakfast at Wimbledon, but lunch at Kearns. Oh, yeah, I guess it's breakfast for our friends back home. Well, breakfast for you guys. So bring the croissants and strawberries. Chavez takes down low 2-1. What would be the cuisine be here in Salt Lake?
There's a lot of salt on it.
Nothing's really. I can't think of anything that's exclusive or
Salt can
the most well-known food from Salt Lake City. Saltwater taffy. Taffy doesn't count, John. It's gotta be food. Well, I mean, taffy could count, but who wants taffy for breakfast?
kids. Angus.
Yeah, that's true. Angus would eat taffy for breakfast if he could. 3-1 to Chavez, runner at third base with 2 down. Ball 4, missed it up high. Chavez on base for the 3rd time in the game. And now Jacob Badawi with Gold at the corners. Badawi, 1 for 3. Infield hit his last time up. Goldpanners had 3 infield singles in the 7th, brought in a run as Garcia got the RBI. Alex, another good night here. Now it's up to Badawi. Takes down low, ball 1. Here on the turf at Salt Lake Community College. "5-3 Goldpanner lead. The 1-0. Well outside, 2-0.
Pretzel's got a lot of salt. Go on, Jacob.
2 balls and no strikes to Badawi. At third base is Espinoza. Chavez at first. And the 2-0. Foul tip. Jacob getting the signs from Nick Rush in the third base box. Nick Rush who's going on an Alaska cruise in a matter of days. He's going right back up north. The 2-1. Swung on and popped up right side, foul territory. And it gets out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes on Badawi. The Angels, as we look ahead to the 9th inning, will have Peter Goldie, Tyler Genrich, and then the top of the order, Grant Biggins, due up. They are a combined 3 for 9. Burkholder gets ready with a 2-2 offering to Badawi. Right-hander exhales. Delivers. Outside, ball 3. Should Badawi reach, it would be Taylor Ayala, wearing number 8 for the Goldpanners in the on-deck circle. And now the payoff pitch to Badawi with 2 down. Runner takes off from first. It's inside for ball 4. Base is full of gold here in the 8th inning for Taylor Ayala, the brand new Goldpanner in his first game. Came off the bench to play third base in the 6th inning. Conference on the mound. Ayala struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. Whole infield and the battery mates on the mound right now talking things over as the Panners have them loaded, and this will be a huge at-bat. Burkholder to face Ayala. Game pretty much on the line here. A base hit makes things really tough on the Angels. Doesn't put them out of it. That'll make a very tough hill to climb. And now Burkholder readies. And the first pitch to Ayala is outside. Good 8 inches off the plate, 1-0. He has had trouble finding the strike zone. He has walked the last 2 batters. And most of those balls are not even close. Here's the 1-0. That one's right there for strike 1. Gold on every base in a 2-run game here, bottom of the 8th. The right-hander Burkholder in some trouble. There are 2 down, and the 1-1 pitch to Ayala. Swung on and fouled off. It's now 1-2. So Burkholder 1 strike away from keeping the Angels in this one, giving them a chance with 3 outs to go. And the 1-2. Swung on, fouled out of play. Protecting there with a pitch in the zone. Ayala finding the strike zone now after walking back-to-back hitters. Quick turnaround for the Goldpanners. No matter what happens here tonight, scheduled to play at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Pitch is up and away, 2-2. It's currently 10:53 local time. So whenever this one wraps, it'll be time for a quick bite, shower, and bed. Get ready for another one tomorrow against the Royals. Ayala with a 2-2 with the bases stacked. Swung on off the fists, a little foul ball flare. Gets out of the reach of the first baseman Best. Stays alive with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Burkholder battling here in the 8th. The bases have been loaded on an error and a couple of walks. Panners trying to break this game open in the 8th. The 2-2. Swings and misses for strike 3. Panners leave him loaded here in the 8th. Last chance for the Angels when we come back. It's the Panners by 2. Panners strand a few more base runners. That's 13 left on base in the game. But they lead it by 2 here in the 9th. Matt Novus, and the first pitch is lined into center field, a base hit. Leadoff runner aboard for the game day Angels as Peter Goldie singles into right center. And we are not done yet, folks. The tying run comes to the plate. It's Tyler Genrich. Genrich 2 for 3 out of the 9 spot with a couple of singles, facing Matt Novus. Leadoff man on in this 5-3 game in the ninth. First pitch, swing and a miss from Genrich. Another night of missed opportunities. Goldpanners, a lot of chances last night went by the wayside. Will it be enough tonight? As they have gone 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. But again, have lost so many bats out of this lineup. Swung on and fouled off. It's 1-2 on Genrich. Novus has struck out 3. Make that 5. 3 in the last inning plus 5 since he came into the game to start the 7th. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout of Genrich. 1 down for Grant Biggins. Will we see Goldie take off from first just to try and get out of the double play situation? Grant Biggins takes upstairs ball 1. 0 for 3 with a walk tonight out of the top of the order. Panners with a 5-3 lead here in the ninth. Let one slip away in the ninth last night. Trying to avoid that fate here tonight. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Biggins. This Angels team lost to the Royals yesterday 12-1 in 7 innings. The run rule is 10 after 7. And the Panners falling 5-4 to the Mobsters. Here at the Marshall Gates World Series 2024. Novus's pitch is down and in. Runner at first base with 1 out. The tying run at the plate here in the top of the 9th inning. On deck is Van Hodges. And the 3-1 pitch from Novus is up high for ball 4. The tying run is on at first. That's the first walk issued by Matt Novus and just the second walk of the day for the Goldpanner pitchers. And here comes head coach Carlos Gonzalez out to the mound. Runners at first and second with 1 out in the 9th inning. Oh boy, the plot thickens here. The Panners are not out of the woods yet. Coach Gonzalez gathering everybody on the mound here at Cate Field. As we reach 11 p.m. local time. And the Panners' next game will be in 13 and a half hours roughly. But they're trying to hang on here late. There is a right-hander throwing in the Goldpanner bullpen. Novus will continue here after a conversation with head coach Carlos Gonzalez. Van Hodges steps in. 1 for 3. Has scored twice. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Novus, that one off the fingers up high for ball 1. A single, a strikeout, and a walk so far here in the 9th. The 1-0 to Hodges. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Another close ball game. This is the way it's going to have to be for the Panners here. Going to have to win tight, low-scoring games. The 1-1, Novus steps off and looks the runners back. Doesn't want them advancing for a couple of reasons. Right now you got the double play possibility. And also if the runners get to second and third, then you got the tying run in scoring position. The 1-1 swung on and fouled back. It's 1-2. Hodges, the batter. Dylan Voles is on deck. Voles is 2 for 4 tonight. The 1-2 pitch from Novus to Van Hodges. Fouled liner out of play. It was a great ball game last night. Tough ending for sure. A very entertaining baseball game, and we've got another tight one here tonight. 5-3 Goldpanner lead in the 9th inning. And another 1-2 pitch coming to Hodges with 2 aboard. Gets him swinging. Oh, he got a piece of it. Had that curveball, but Hodges just touched that baseball to stay alive. So close. Another 1-2 from Novus. Fastball gets him swinging this time. Looked like a sinker. Huge second out. And for Novus, 7 strikeouts through 2 2/3. And here comes Gonzalez. He's going to make a move. But we have a right-hander throwing in the pen. So Coach Gonzalez, a left-hander batter, is due up. Coach Gonzalez is going to go to the pen. That's all for Matt Novus. We'll be right back with the information. The Panners are 1 out away from victory. Wade Lawson comes into the game for the Goldpanners to try and get the final out of this one. It's a 5-3 Goldpanner lead. Angels have runners at first and second with 2 down in the 9th inning. The batter is Dylan Voles. Wade Lawson gets a swing and a miss. Lawson, the 6-foot right-handed sophomore from Pomona Pitzer. Facing Dylan Voles, 2 for 4 in the game. Panners by 2 here late. Lawson, time is called as the left-handed hitting Voles steps out. 11th appearance for Wade, 26 innings pitched, 8 earned runs, 32 strikeouts to just 9 walks. Grounded towards short. Harrison will throw to first. It's short, but Espinoza digs it out of the turf for the final out, and the Panners hang on by the hairs on their chins. 5-3 your final score. Wow, a close one here at Kate Field, and the Panners can finally breathe a sigh of relief as Coach Gonzalez picks up his first win here at the Marshall Gates World Series, and the Goldpanners win it 5-3 over the Game Day Angels to go to 1-1 here at the tournament. Our next broadcast will be at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow, but could be late, we'll see, depending on what happens in the first game. Follow me on Twitter at VoiceOfGman for the up-to-the-minute information. My thanks to General Manager John Larkey on setting up the broadcast equipment today and troubleshooting, along with Jeff Scholzen and our good friend Bam Bam Burnley back at our studios in Fairbanks, Alaska. Panners win it 5-3. Good one tonight from Kate Field at Salt Lake Community College. We'll see you at 12:30 from Gates Field over in Kearns tomorrow. Have a great sleep, everyone. We'll see you real soon.